Happy Monday. Thank you so much for streaming us. I'm CBS 8 meteorologist Vanessa Paz. All right, as we take a look at what the weekend had in store in terms of rainfall totals, I'll tell you, it was unimpressive to say the least. If you're hanging out along the North County or parts of the foothill and mountain communities, you likely got rained on. Palomar Mountain was one of the big winners, collecting about 0.8 of an inch or so. Fallbrook saw some pretty nice numbers, over 0.3 of an inch. We got a little more than 1/10 out in Oceanside, and you could see that downtown Santee and La Mesa barely got anything, just a trace, a few hundredths. If that. The rainfall forecast has us not in the clear for Monday. In fact, we're still going to have some instability stretching from the coast all the way towards interior parts of the county with some scattered showers. That remains the case all the way through your Monday evening. Again, some of us might see clearing, especially the closer we get to the evening hours, and especially in the South Bay where it looks mostly dry. However, I'm not ruling out the chance for a stray shower here or there, but most of Tuesday looks completely dry. So we're in and out of this system by the time we get to Tuesday all the way through the end of the week. We're not looking at rain chances to be quite high. In fact, as we take a look at the next 7 days for the inland valleys, the highest chance for any showers will be today. And then notice how the shower chances minimize looking ahead to tomorrow, and that lasts all the way through the weekend. So there's that trough of low pressure exiting to our east. We will be left with some cooler air, but notice how we'll be in between two systems. So we're looking at mild, tranquil conditions starting tomorrow, lasting all the way through the end of the week. High pressure will eventually redevelop this weekend, and that will usher in some warmer temperatures by the time we hit Saturday and Sunday. All right, focusing in on this afternoon, here's what you can expect. We're going to be cool. Today's going to be one of the coolest days that we've seen so far over the past several. In fact, yesterday we got a taste of those cooler conditions. Today it's going to be even cooler. In fact, we're going to trend about 10 degrees cooler than average for the inland valleys and about 4 or 5 degrees or so cooler than normal for the coastal areas. So consider this kind of a treat for you. Get out there and enjoy that mild weather if in fact that's what you like, instead of that excessive heat that we've been experiencing over the past month or so. Here's what you need to know as we get your Monday rolling. Isolated showers will taper off slowly but surely. And then by the time we get to tomorrow, we'll have a warming trend settle in. By this weekend, we'll be anywhere between 5 degrees to 10 degrees warmer than average. For the coastal areas, we'll be in the mid to high 60s all the way through about Wednesday. Subtle daily changes, in fact, all the way through the weekend, but some of the warmest days look to be this weekend. So it looks like right as the weekend arrives, so will those warmer temperatures. As we take a look at the inland valleys, we'll go from the 60s to the 70s starting tomorrow, and we'll stay in that range all the way through about Thursday. And then Friday through the weekend, high pressure redevelops, kind of takes hold, and that's going to warm things up back into the 80s for the inland neighborhoods. For the mountain areas, we will be very cool today. Unfortunately, not cool enough for any snow to develop. It looks like the snow level will remain quite high, especially for our local mountains here in San Diego. We'll see those numbers start to climb on Tuesday in terms of daytime highs, and then we'll shoot into the 70s this weekend. So overall, if you have any weekend plans, maybe you're heading up to Julian or even the mountain areas, it looks like the weather will cooperate. It's going to be gorgeous, mostly dry, and even sunny.